In this breaking story, someone within the Department of Homeland Security just went rogue and they exposed Donald Trump in a whole new way. How's it going, everybody? Hunter Avalone here with Occupy Democrats. Welcome back to another video. Now, the more and more info that we learn regarding Donald Trump's Gestapo, aka ICE, the more and more horrific the details.
Incident report from the Minneapolis Fire Department says that Good was found with up to 4 gunshot wounds, 2 to her right chest, 1 in her left arm, and a possible gunshot to the left side of her head. CNN's Julia Vargas Jones is live in Minneapolis this morning. Julia, you've also been in it and seen it as well. What's the latest?
Yeah, that is not pleasant. Absolutely, Kate. Look, this morning is much quieter here. It's a normal morning in Minneapolis. But what we have been seeing now for 2 days in a row is an escalation of those tensions, that frustration that people have been showing outside of that federal building. Why? They are saying, look, this is unacceptable. This is not working for Minneapolis. We spoke to various people saying that they just want ICE out of Minneapolis and Minnesota. And in these protests, showing that discontent, showing their frustration, and at times getting very angry. We saw some agents from those protests, some protesters agitating, making police then respond. And that's when we have those flare-ups. That's when we see projectiles, tear gas, pepper bombs, whatever it is thrown at those protesters. But I will say, Kate, it has been mostly been peaceful. We have been also hearing people in those protests reminding others to stay peaceful, reminding others that escalating does not lead to anything. And that is what has been said by the authorities here in Minneapolis. The mayor, Jacob Frey, again reiterating his message for protesters to stay peaceful. The governor also saying for protesters to stay peaceful, that this it will just play into the hand of the administration. But one thing that I thought was interesting yesterday, talking to protesters and asking them what they thought of the idea of the Insurrection Act being.
And these aren't just blue-haired liberal activists who are somehow getting targeted here. These are everyday people whose lives have been turned upside down by ICE.
And this is what's left behind, an apartment flipped upside down.
I don't even know where to start. It's like, I just want to cry.
Search warrant documents left behind show the intended target was apartment 2926.
It won't even close.
Elisa Porter says that's the unit above her, and the tenant moved out 2 months ago.
But now, someone within the Department of Homeland Security just went rogue and exposed Donald Trump. Take a look at this.
Miles, that video is really, really tough to watch, seeing that officer kneeing that person in the face multiple times. Is that approved operating procedures for DHS?
No, it is absolutely not. And Anna, I can tell you something unequivocally. This administration continues to say they have seen no instances of ICE agents operating against DHS policy. That means one of 2 things is true. Either one, they have secretly changed those policies since I was chief of staff at the Department of Homeland Security, or much more likely, they are lying through their teeth. We have daily documentation of ICE officers not just violating DHS policy, but violating the law and violating the United States Constitution by engaging in warrantless searches, by asking American citizens to show their papers, by using violent force in ways that a federal police force is not allowed to in these types of circumstances. This is not a series of one-offs. This now, Anna, has become systemic, and it is being driven by the top because the president himself is saying that he has given total authorization for these individuals, these ICE officers, to use, in his words, whatever means necessary. And the vice president saying they have absolute immunity. That is the kind of reckless language that is the firing of a rhetorical gun that is causing this situation to get worse. And unfortunately, Anna, I don't think that's accidental. I think that is by design. This president wants to foment unrest so that he can invoke his emergency powers.
Thanks so much for watching. Please click that like button and subscribe to Occupy Democrats so that you can stay informed and help us stop Donald Trump.